Hi guys, am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
गुड इवनिंग, कैसे हो आप लोग? How are you guys?
Good, sir.
खाना
Good,
खा के
sir.
क्या आज खाना खा के नहीं आए तुम लोग?
Good, sir. Good.
Good. I saw your answer, Gaurav. Just a second. Overall, the answers were good. They were decent enough, but the time is very much 16 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. शुरू के लिए ठीक है, बट ओवरऑल हमें आगे चल के चीज़ों को सही करना पड़ेगा.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Avira.
सर आई हैड अ डाउट एक्चुअली, मतलब मुझे एक चीज पूछना है. जो वर्कबुक 2 है उसमें द क्वेश्चंस दैट वर गिवन फॉर प्रैक्टिस, दैट इज बेसिकली जो वर्कबुक 1 के जो क्वेश्चंस है उनका लेआउट एंड उनका राइटिंग स्ट्रक्चर चेंज करना है. बट मैं न्यू हूँ एंड ऑल्सो वी हैव जस्ट स्टार्टेड विद पॉलिटी एंड सारे सब्जेक्ट्स कवर तो नहीं किए हैं. सो व्हाट शुड आई डू फॉर सॉल्विंग वर्कबुक 2, या उसको ऐसे ही रहने दो अभी के लिए?
नहीं, रहने मत दो. For every session we'll be doing 1 or 2 questions, right? Take those questions as a new topic. पूरा सब्जेक्ट नहीं पढ़ना, बस वो पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक को तैयार करो. You can prepare it from any book, any source, newspaper, Google, take whatever you like. Prepare it and then write an answer. So we will be, let's say, preparing at least 100 questions across the sessions. और जो प्रैक्टिस सेशंस होंगे उसमें और भी ज़्यादा होंगे, तो 150-200 के आसपास हम क्वेश्चंस करेंगे. तो हमेशा कोशिश करो, क्योंकि आपके मेंटर और आपका अलग चल रहा है, हर बच्चे का शायद अलग अलग चल रहा होगा, तो वो कभी भी एक साथ नहीं आएगा. लेकिन हाँ, एक थोड़े समय के बाद वी विल स्टार्ट विद GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, तो वो सब्जेक्ट वाइज स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. बट हाँ, जो नहीं हो रहा है वो आप तैयार करो एंड देन स्टार्ट विद इट.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
आज तो बहुत कम लोग आए हैं, क्या बात? सैटरडे पार्टी? हाँ, चलिए, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So till now we had 2 sessions. Anyone who is very first session? Dhananjay, it's your first session, I guess.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good. What about others? Anyone who is having this session as their first? Rajvi, it's your first session. Okay.
Sir,
So,
I also had a doubt with the worksheets. I have gone through both the videos of the previous sessions. The only thing is I'm not able to download those worksheets. When I download, there's some error, first of all, and second, like how to actually, like specifically, I'm not able to get like how to solve the second one.
Okay. Firstly, your portal will be having the PDFs. You are able to download it or not?
I went to the portal and tried when I opened the workbook. I pressed on like the download option, but it was not able to download. I will send you the snapshot of what is exactly it is showing.
Okay, no issues. If you're not able to, download it, just let me know. I'll send you the PDFs. Secondly, in session 2, there were 2 tasks. First task was to choose any one question from the session 1 list of questions and write an answer under 1 minute, because those questions were very short. In second session, we had one question that were on implementation of environmental laws, right? You have to write a full-fledged answer on that. And that are the only 2 tasks that were supposed to do.
Okay. Now, so as you told the previous student, like just to read about that topic as of now, because I have also not started with environmental as of now. So just to prepare that particular topic from any other source and then write it in my like the structure and everything. Okay.
all of you take these kind of let's say workbook, let's say task, like to prepare a topic. हर task में एक topic मिलेगा, prepare that topic, write an answer, understand that topic, prepare that, like, fully fledgedly prepare that topic. Let's say whenever you'll be reading environment or let's say geography or whatever the question is about, you should not read that particular topic again and again, right? So till now, in last two sessions, the very first we had what an actual question is about, introduction, body, and conclusion. In the second one, we took like how to write an answer and how to, let's say, how the examiner will be judging it, right? So in this session, we'll be starting with the first initial task of writing an answer. And when we are writing an answer, what kind of architecture or let's say flow we should follow, we'll be talking about. Anyone who is already writing or who is having any kind of strategy of their own can tell me now how they write answers.
Sir, can you please repeat what you just asked?
If anyone is already writing answers and if they are following any kind of strategy to write answer, they can share it with me. Yes, Gaurav.
Sir, in introduction, I try to put some quotes of famous personality, or if it is a quality question, then I try to put an article related to it. And if it is an economic question, and if I remember, then I try to put some report or data. If I don't remember anything, then I try to just define the given term or compare it with the current context or news.
Okay. Yes, Akshita.
Sir, I am trying to frame my questions according to what the question is asking. I had difficulty previously in framing questions according to the demand of the question, answers according to the demand of the question, but now I'm trying to do that. And also in last session, you told us that we should structure points based on their priority list. So I'm trying to do that in my answers also.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Both of you, what you do just after reading the question? Before writing and after reading, is there any kind of strategy, anything that you are following?
Sir, I try to build in just some seconds. I try to build a structure for the answer. For example, in introduction, if I have to add some evidences or suppose any law or any DPSP or fundamental duty, I try to structure it in my mind according to what language I should use, because that's what my problem arises. I just divert from the topic while making the language. So I try for some minutes. As of now, I take minutes for it to frame the question in my mind, frame the answer in my mind. So that's what happens to put the evidences or backgrounds in the answer and framing the language. I take time in that.
Okay. What about Gaurav?
So that's the thing that I'm not able to do. I just think about 2-3 points and about introduction and conclusion. Then I start writing. After introduction, then I think about what should I have to put in the body. Along writing, I keep on thinking that what must be the next point. I don't arrange them. It just come in my mind, and I just keep on writing. I don't arrange them. That is what I'm lacking right now.
What about you, Shiva?
I am planning to give a 5 dimensions for a questions while writing answer, like polity and economics, environment, society and geographical dimensions.
Okay.
Like that, I like to structure the answer, the body parts.
During writing or before writing?
Sir, during writing, sir.
Anyone else? Yes, Akshita.
Sir, actually, I'm very less confident while writing the answer. So while writing the answer, I'm not very confident as if I will write in a good structure or not. That's why it takes a lot of time for me to think about it. And after I make a structure in my mind, it is easy for me to put it on the copy, but it takes me a lot of time to structure it only. And I'm very less confident. That's why, as Gaurav said, that he starts it and thinks accordingly while writing, I can't do that. I mean, I'm very less confident while writing answer, and I think that I might not remember points and it will be left behind if I don't structure it in my mind. So I think I have a lack of confidence in that matter.
Okay. So today we will start with the 9-layer answer architecture. We will see how we can go with, right? How we can start with. So in this session, we'll move beyond the basic structure of introduction, body, and conclusion. That is, it will come way after that. I guess during this 9-layer let's say answer, it will be in the 5th or the 4th stage. Right, the initial 3 stages or 4 stages we'll be doing before writing any answer, right? And in this architecture, we will be trying to let's say divide the question into its sections, how the question is asked, in what context it is asked, what kind of data we can let's say pull off in that particular answer, what kind of let's say dimensional analysis they will be asking, and what kind of solutions we can provide. Right, this one single architecture we'll be using across GS so that our answers are consistent, and we are going through the same kind of, let's say, structuring part of the answers every now and then whenever we are writing an answer. Right, so we'll be trying to let's say kind of master key how to do it. Right, so who will be my reader today? Yes, Avira, start.
Yes, sir. Beyond intro, body, and conclusion. Moving from structural compliance to intellectual excellence. First, the structural trap. Standard structures are merely containers. Relying on them exclusively ignores the essential intellectual labor required for high quality work.
Explain.
So when we talk about structure, so basically when we discuss it among each other, so we always talk about introduction, body, and conclusion. But these are merely containers. But what it actually requires to make it into a legible or explicable answer is that you have to have a lot of deep thinking in place, and then intellectually labor out a good answer out of whatever you've processed in your mind.
Okay.
So this is what I've understood from this.
Anyone else who want to put any points? Yes, yeah.
So, sir, every question is not same.
Speak a bit louder.
Am I audible?
Yes.
So, every question is different. The demand of, according to the demand of the question, we have to structure. It's not just, we cannot limit it to introduction, body, and conclusion. At times, we have to add one more layer according to the question. So, I think that is the additional point, whatever.
Okay. As Avira explained, yes, Gaurav.
Sir, I have a doubt. Sir, as some institute gave us some structure of like in mains answer writing, they tell us that if there's a question in freedom struggle, then follow this structure. Is this it is talking about?
No.
Okay.
We will talk that on theme basis kind of sessions that will be having. This is the journal approach that we'll be using across GS before writing an answer. So as Avira said previously, we always, or let's say usually, are kind of busy into intro, body, and conclusion. But when it comes to the quality of content or the areas that needs to be figured out or let's say listed out during the answers, that are majorly missing. Right. So a good answer should not only follow the structure of intro, body, and conclusion. The content given in the answer should also be legit, and it should, let's say, be of high quality as per the demand of the question. Yes, Avira, second.
Yes, sir. The second point is the hidden work. True value is created through data synthesis, identifying the so what, and logically arranging key arguments. So, when we talk about writing an answer, it is not only writing a block of words, but the work that goes into it is putting a lot of data that matches with your argument, and also identifying what all are the other points that you're required to write for the question, and then you have to logically arrange them in key arguments so that the examiner understands that what are you trying to convey through your answer, rather than just writing it all together, like dumping it down on the paper.
Okay. Yes, anyone? Okay.
So basically, the hidden work over here is there is a line written identifying the so what. Whatever points that you are adding, it actually should be self-explanatory first of all, and you should know in your mind like why I am putting this particular point and what impact that particular point is going to create.
Fair enough. So in this, there are three things. Firstly, whatever you're writing, or let's say whenever you're writing an answer, it's not, let's say, compulsory to put data, but you should substantiate your idea or your thought or your sentence, whatever you have written, with some kind of, let's say, legit kind of, what we call it, sabut, क्या बोलते हैं English में sabut को?
Evidence.
Evidence, right? If you have written कि farmers' income has decreased by 50%, how? So what will happen? Yesterday or in previous session we had a discussion, right? What we were discussing, technologically kind of a thing, when we were trying to having, क्योंकि technologically पीछे चल रहे हैं, तो they collect inaccurate data that leads to inaccurate results. So the issue is कि we are technically behind, leading to inaccurate data. So what tells me कि okay, if you are saying that, so what will happen? If you are saying कि okay, technologically we are, let's say, backward, so that so has to be evident through कि okay, there will be irregularities in the, let's say, the data, and at the end, whatever arguments you are placing, you should logically place that, and then let's say what we call it, in a chronological manner. Yes, Avira, third.
The performance gap distinguishes between basic format adherence, score 4, and high impact persuasive and insightful rigor, score 8. So, while writing answers, when you look at a beginner's answer, it will always be very basic in nature. Introduction, body, conclusion. You would feel like as if they're just copy pasting whatever they've read in the book. But when you look at answers which are written by people who have already written a lot of answers and know how to write a particular answer for UPSC, so those answers are very high impact and persuasive. That means that they're not only putting in the information that they've read, but they're also using their thinking process and adding on to what they can to the best possible extent, and then putting in their insights as to how can their thinking aid on to their answer in the question.
How can their POV can be,
Useful.
benefit to gain marks? Okay, any doubt in this? Anyone who has not understood any of the point? Slightest of any of the point? Okay, one more thing. I've seen people due to a shyness, ki if I'll ask something, people will judge me. Don't think like that. You are here to learn. If you are having any kind of issues or doubts, just raise your hand. Yes, Gaurav.
सर एक बार शॉर्ट में तीनों बता सकते हैं हिंदी में?
हाँ, वो मैं बता दूंगा.
हिंदी
Yes.
में?
हाँ, हिंदी में, शुद्ध हिंदी में बताऊंगा. Anyone who is having any kind of doubt in any of these three? Okay. So ये वाली चीज हमने पहले भी पढ़ी हुई है. It's just that it's a repetition, but in a depth. कि when we are talking about let's say intro, body, conclusion, we know this क्योंकि intro में body में करना पड़ता है, लिखना पड़ता है. That is the structural trap that we majorly focus upon कि यार intro body या conclusion नहीं आया तो आंसर में मजा नहीं आ रहा देखने में, ठीक है। और उसको मेंटेन करने के चक्कर में हम जो एक हाई क्वालिटी वर्क है उसको कहीं ना कहीं मिस कर देते हैं। अब वो हाई क्वालिटी वर्क क्या है कि यार अपने कंटेंट को डिटेक्ट कर सब्सटेंशिएट करना, आपने जो भी पॉइंटर्स लिखते हैं उसके पीछे का कारण, सो व्हाट क्या है, आपने ऐसा लिखा है, ऐसा क्यों लिखा है, either you will give reasons, either you will substantiate it with any kind of a report, survey, ministry, data, something, and उसको पूरा एक लॉजिकल let's say स्टाइल में आप उसको अरेंज करोगे। एक नॉर्मल क्वेश्चन जहाँ पर बेसिक फॉर्मेट इंट्रो बॉडी कंक्लूजन के अंदर करते हैं उसमें, और एक हाई स्कोरिंग जहाँ पर इंट्रो बॉडी और कंक्लूजन के अंदर एक हाई इम्पैक्ट पर्सुएसिव और इंसाइटफुल रिजल्ट रहता है, उसमें वो डिफरेंस देखने को मिलता है। जितने भी लोग मेंस लिखेंगे एवरीवन विल बी फॉलोइंग द सेम स्ट्रैटेजी, इंट्रो बॉडी कंक्लूजन, लेकिन गेम वहां पलटेगा कि अंदर क्या लिखा है, ठीक है। तो अंदर वाली चीज पे थोड़ा सा ज्यादा ध्यान रखना है क्योंकि हमें स्ट्रक्चर पे नहीं क्वालिटी पे काम करना है। अंडरस्टूड? Avira, last line.
Yes, sir. Success is not defined by the shape of the answer, but by the depth of the thinking that informs it.
Yes. Explain.
So, the success of an answer is not defined by how you place your introduction, body, and conclusion, but by the deep thinking that you put into each and every line that you write for a particular introduction, body, and conclusion. That sort of shows how much of thoughtfulness has been put out in an answer rather than just blabbering whatever you feel like writing.
Okay. You guys have seen sketching वाले वीडियोस आते हैं, देखें कभी रील्स पे, इंस्टाग्राम पे, बिगिनर, नॉर्मल, लेजेंड, अल्ट्रा लेजेंड काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग, और उसका सबका अलग अलग स्टाइल ऑफ राइटिंग होता है या फिर वो जो भी बनाते हैं, राइट। सो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द बेसिक एंड द लेजेंड वाला पार्ट, और कौन सा ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है?
डिटेलिंग होती है सर,
डिटेलिंग होती है, राइट। तो जैसे जैसे आप मूव करते हैं एक स्टेज से दूसरी स्टेज पे तो कुछ मीम्स भी आते हैं, तो डिटेलिंग वाले पे थोड़ा सा हमें ध्यान देना है क्योंकि कंटेंट सबका सेम होगा, स्ट्रक्चर सबका सेम होगा, बस एग्जामिनर आपको देख जब आपके आंसर को देखे तो लगे कि हाँ यार ये एक लेजिट और एक अच्छा आंसर है। ऐसे ही सिर्फ बात बताने के लिए लिख नहीं दिया, उसके पीछे प्रॉपर कारण है, फ्लो है, सब चीज है, ठीक है। चलिए, तो इन 9 लेयर philosophy के अंदर, in these 9 layer of philosophy we will be let's say what we will be doing is, firstly, as of now we have been writing questions from the surface itself, okay, whatever we know we just write it and we don't generally go into a depth doesn't means that you have to do PhD in every topic or every, let's say, subtopic, right? It should be enough that the demand of the question should be fulfilled, right? Secondly, the power of pre-work. Before, let's say, before picking your pen, as Sakshita was doing, okay, before picking my pen, I had a structure in my mind what I'll be writing. That is very important, and we'll learn what is the power of that pre-work. Secondly, beyond knowledge, look, you all will be knowledge you will be having, let's say, each and every point on every question, right? But how you're going to present it matters. Every one of you is reading from the same book, every one of you will be having same, let's say, question, everyone will be having same source, and still every one of you will be let's say securing a different marks. Why is it so? It's just because how you have presented it, right? And then how these three things will ultimately lead to a competitive edge over others. Let's do a calculation. Who is good at maths? इसका सीसैट बहुत अच्छा है। Yes, Priya. So let's calculate a normal calculation, and a follow-up question I'll be asking anyone who is a repeater who has already given mains or, let's say, interview, or let's say anyone who have written any mains or anyone, no, prelims.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So, Priya, in every GS paper, we'll be having 20 questions, right? And let's say by this 9-layer philosophy or by any chance, if we are able to secure at least 0.5 marks in every question.
0.5 marks in every question, yes, sir.
Just little bit extra. Let's say Shiva secures 3 marks and you secures 3.5
Yes, sir.
every question. So in every paper, how many more marks you'll be gaining? Just 0.5 difference it is for every question.
So it will be 20 questions, sir.
Yes, Shiva is trying to help you by just showing 10
10,
fingers.
yes, sir. 10, sir. 10, 20 questions, no, 10.
Okay. And in total, we'll be having 4 papers, GS4.
Yes, sir.
So in total, how many
40.
marks? 40.
Yes.
So let's say if there is a gap of 40 marks in the final list between Shiva and Priya, what will be the rank difference?
Lots of.
Lots of means 1, 2, 3, 10, 50, 100, how much? Anyone else who want to take a guess?
So maybe it costs
Maybe
attempt.
Sorry?
Next attempt.
Next
Maybe
attempt?
it costs attempt.
Okay, anyone else?
out of list.
Out of the list, it's the same thing, na? Don't lose hopes. That kind of, let's say Priya is topper, and then let's take an example.
Sir,
Don't count from the below, na? What you're thinking, we will be getting the lowest marks and we'll be out of the game. Let's say Priya is top. Priya has secured. Sorry.
maybe
Yes.
52nd or 60th rank from
Yes,
top.
there will be a gap of 50 to 60 ke aaspas. And I don't. No, it is not. No. I've seen people within 2 marks the rank shifts between 150, let's say, nearby. So there will be a huge difference just to gain 0.5 on every question. If you are able to gain 0.5 on every question, you'll be gaining 40 marks just without any extra efforts, just the way, okay, you have done something good. So instead of going out of the list, you might come into the list and you might secure good, let's say, kind of a rank. Decent rank, not good, but decent amount. At least you will be in the list. If you guys are having a fear, okay, we'll be out of the game. So it's just for the 0.5. Right? Okay. So in these 9 stages, we have divided all of these into 3 stages. 3 sub-stages we can talk. So, who's there? Ikra, tell me, what are these 3 stages are?
The first stage is before the pen. Ideation, research, and structural planning, the foundation for all subsequent work. Means the sir.
हिंदी में बता सकते हो, कोई बात नहीं.
तो कि पहले उसके क्वेश्चन पढ़ के उसके बारे में सोचना कि क्या लिखना है. अगर कुछ रिसर्च है उस पे, या प्लान करना कैसा लिखना है, कितने वर्ड्स में लिखना है, क्या क्या पॉइंट्स लिखने हैं, उसकी प्लानिंग करना और फिर उसके बाद उसको लिखना.
ठीक है, वर्ड्स का तो पता होगा ना, क्वेश्चन के बगल में लिखे होंगे.
हाँ.
Okay. What about the next?
So stage 2, the pen, the execution phase where thoughts are transcribed into the final output. जो अभी स्टेज 1 में सोचा अगर उसको, तो उसको कॉपी पे लिखना, स्ट्रक्चर वाइज, इंट्रो, बॉडी और कंक्लूजन. Of stage 3, after the pen, post-writing analysis, feedback, and refinement based on the result. फिर लिखने के बाद उसको एनालाइज करना, उस पर फीडबैक और उसका रिजल्ट क्या आएगा वो देखो.
ठीक है. So the 3 stages talks about these we will be following during the answer writing process, right? When we are practicing the questions, right? The first stage tells me that before touching the pen, or let's say thinking about to write on a sheet of paper, you should be having a clear ideation what kind of question is asked, what is the idea is all about. If you want to let's say find out what I can write, what needs to be written, what are the pointers, so you'll be researching that. Then you'll be structuring those points into a flow, and it's a foundation. Okay, these are the areas that will be writing in the answer. Then you'll be executing that idea onto a piece of paper, right, into as a final output. And let's say when you have written the question, after the question is checked, or let's say whatever we have done, we'll do the analysis, what we missed, what we let's say overwhelmingly written in this, what kind of feedback you got on the question, and you have to refine the answer after the results are discussed, or let's say that you have discussion with the mentor. Clear?
Yes.
Last line, Ikra.
I have a doubt.
Yes, Jaya.
After the pen, like if you want to refine, how we will be doing that after writing the answer?
We are not talking about the real life, examination. We are talking about practicing part.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Last line, Ikra.
The biggest stage is before you write. That is the part almost everyone skips, and that is the part we fix. तो जो स्टेज 1 है वो सबसे बड़ा पार्ट है लिखने के लिए आंसर, और जो सब उसको स्किप कर देते हैं, लेकिन जो
उसी को हमें सही करना है. Right?
Yes, sir.
Everyone got it? Shiva, you got it?
Yes, sir. Skip,
Okay.
fix.
Sorry?
Understood, sir.
Understood.
Nowadays
You are
I'm able
learning
to
in
understand
this.
Hindi.
Okay. Yes, Shubham.
सर एक्चुअली ये पूछना था सर, एक्चुअली जब
जोर से पूछो.
तो
जोर से पूछो.
सर एम आई ऑडिबल?
हाँ.
या सर एक्चुअली कुछ आंसर से पॉइंट्स लिख रहे हैं हम, जैसे लेट्स से रेमेडीज जो मेजर्स वाले थे जो मैंने आपको भेजे थे, तो उस पे कुछ पॉइंट जैसे बाद में याद आते हैं और फिर वो लगता है कि वही मेन पॉइंट था, बट वो लिखना भूल चुके हैं. तो इज इट बिकॉज आई एम इन द अर्ली आंसर राइटिंग फेज और वो बाद में आ जाएगी चीजें, या कैसे मैंने जो प्रश्न
आ नहीं जाएगी, लानी पड़ेगी. आता कुछ नहीं है, तो लानी पड़ेगी आपको टाइम के साथ. जैसे जैसे आप लिखते जा रहे हो, आपको वो आदत लानी पड़ेगी जब सोचते वक्त या स्टेज 1 में कि यार और कुछ पॉइंट तो नहीं जो मैं मिस कर रहा हूँ. और लेट्स से इफ यू आर थिंकिंग, बिकॉज चलो ये तो अभी आंसर लिखने के बाद आपको याद आया, राइट. Many times it will happen when you are writing the answer. At that moment you will get to know, okay, I missed this part, and those time you will fumble, and the whole flow of the answer writing will go haywire. So you have to make sure that whatever research you're doing before writing the answer, it should be full-fledgedly leak-proof. And let's say by any chance, if it is leaked, then make sure that you don't fumble on writing the answer. I guess we still have approximately a year, because next year we'll be writing the mains examination during this phase only. So that's enough time that you can work upon, and I don't think that will hamper while writing answers, although a lot of practice will be required. Yes, anyone with any kind of doubt in this? क्या पार समझदार होते जा रहे हैं बच्चे. चलो सीमा जी शुरू हो जाइए.
Yes, sir. Before the pen, the thinking layers, a systematic approach to essay and answer construction. So number 1 is question reading. Read every word to ensure full comprehension of the task. So first of all, you have to read the question, and you have to comprehend it or understand it, what it is asking. Then demand identification. Pin exactly what is being asked to maintain focus. Okay. So focus on the, what is the demand question. It is why, how, or what is the question asking. So command question word. Then content recall. Think, pull up relevant knowledge and information from memory. Of course, then you have to memorize whatever facts, evidence, and all the answers that you can remember. Structure it and then write it on the paper. No, not yet. Content recall. Pull up relevant knowledge and information from memory. Now you have to, select what you have to write. You have a lot of information, but you have to select what is the best answer I can write it. Yeah. Then content select. Oh, it is in the content selection, the next part. Filter and keep only the content that fits the specific requirements. So as I said earlier, you have to apply it here. Then structural designs, decide on the optimal shape and flow of the answer. So then you have to write it, and the structuring part is important, also how you will write it.
Okay. So how many of you are into making food? खाना कौन कौन बनाता है? Only Sakshita. बाकी सब भूखे? So everyone knows, I guess, how to make food, I guess. Anyone who is not a chef? Dhananjay don't know how to make food. Okay. Shubham don't know. Gaurav, you don't know? All three boys. Avira, you also don't know?
Sir, only the breakfast.
Sir, if your Maggie and all is fine, but then not after it.
Maggie कुछ
सर खाने लायक बन जाता है।
Sir, I am no more than a Maggie at least.
Okay. So all of you guys have seen kitchen? Say yes, है ना? Mic on कर लो.
Yes.
अभी तो मैं नहीं पढ़ा रहा हूँ, mic on कर लो. Anyone who is not good in Hindi? कि भैया आती नहीं है बिल्कुल. शिवा को छोड़ दो. शिवा I know. Okay, Premika is also there. Ganesh, you know Hindi, yaar. No, you okay? Ganesh don't know Hindi. Okay, 3 people. Okay, I'll explain in both the languages. Don't worry. So let's say या तो आप किचन में जाते होंगे, मम्मी किचन में काम. First I'll explain in Hindi, then I'll explain in English, right? So let's say आज हमें कोई एक सब्जी बनानी है ना? तो is it like कि किचन में जो भी रखा होता है वो सब्जी पे डाल देते हैं? कि हर एक आइटम उठाया और पटक दिया?
No, sir.
नहीं. We select, right? किचन बहुत बड़ा सब कुछ होता है उसमें. तो we select depending upon कि सब्जी कौन सी है. Let's take Ikra, what do you like in curry apart from the non-veg part? कौन सी सब्जी पसंद है?
भिंडी.
भिंडी. Okay. शिवम?
सर राजमा चावल।
राजमा चावल. सब्जी की बात हुई थी, कॉम्बो की बात थोड़ी हुई है. टिफिन वाली बातें करेंगे अपन को. टिफिन का ही पता है, अपन टिफिन वाली ही करेंगे नहीं. ओके, सब्जी. सक्षता तुम बताओ कौन सी करी तुम्हें अच्छी लगती?
सर मुझे सोया चंक्स बहुत पसंद है.
Okay, so let's say bhindi and soya chunks. The way to make both the, let's say, जैसे कि हम दोनों सब्जी बनाते हैं, क्या दोनों सेम है? नो, मसाला तो सेम ही है. क्या प्रिपरेशन का मेथड अलग है?
सर कुछ मसाले हैं जो अलग पड़ते हैं. भिंडी को हम प्रॉपर करी की तरह नहीं बना सकते.
स्ट्रक्चर तो सेम है ना. पहले मसाले बनते हैं, फिर जब सब्जी जाती है, फिर हो जाती है. दैट इज योर इंट्रोबॉडियन कंक्लूजन. कि जो स्ट्रक्चर है सब्जी बनाने का, जो कोर फिनोमेना है, कि फर्स्ट यू पुट ऑयल, देन यू विल हैव योर मसाला, लेट्स से एंड और व्हाटएवर इट इज.
सिर्फ मसाले का डिफरेंस है सर.
Put your vegetable and then at the end of the day boil your meal, you will eat. That is intro-body conclusion. Every curry in the world goes through the same process, right? But the main thing is demand. The demand today of Ikra is I'll eat it bhindi. Sakshita is saying I'll be having soya chunks. Shiva will be like I'll be having paneer. Avira will say no, I'll be having broccoli or something like this, right? So that is your demand of the question. And according to demand of the question, also the structure of making the curry will be same, but the output will be different. Priya, switch off your mic. Noise is coming. Right? So that is the way कि हम लिखते हैं. क्वेश्चन रीडिंग, सब्जी का पता किया कि भैया क्या खाना है आज, क्या पूछा गया है. डिमांड आइडेंटिफिकेशन, सब्जी में भी कैसी वाली, सोया चंक्स चाहिए तो ग्रेवी वाली चाहिए, सूखी वाली चाहिए, कैसे चाहिए, ठीक है. तो उस पर फोकस रहेगा. देन किचन में जाकर सामान सारा उठाएंगे, कंटेंट रिकॉल करेंगे कि भैया वहाँ पे रखा है, वहाँ पे रखा है, वहाँ पे रखा है, फिर ये रखा है. फिर सिलेक्शन कितना डालना है, ये डालूंगी तो जरूरी, यार ये तो मेन पड़ेगा ही पड़ेगा, ये नहीं भी डालूंगी तो चलेगा. You'll have to filter and keep only the content that is specific for the requirement. And बाद में plating होती है, यार भैया कैसे अच्छा लगे खाने में. Simple. That is what is our before the pen process. In English, let's say if you want to have a curry today, Shiva, Ganesh and Premika. So Shiva, what do you like?
Sir, in curry, I know only aloo.
Aloo?
The once I tried to eat sabji. Once I tried.
So what's a regular fish? Or what?
Regular?
What do you eat on daily basis? Rice and?
Sir, only sambar.
Only sambar? 3
Vegetarian.
times a day? Lucky enough. What about you, Ganesh? What you...
Anything.
Anything?
Anything well prepared, sir.
You'll go to a vegetable vendor and say anything, give me anything, I want to have anything.
No, I'm talking about the dish. Anything well prepared. I'm okay.
There will be a favorite, na? I can eat this 3 times a day, 7 times a week.
Like dosa.
Dosa? Both are from same neighborhood?
I'm from Tamil Nadu.
And Shiva, you are also from?
Sir, born in Bangalore, brought up in Chennai.
What about you, Premika? What curry do you like? Premika is there or gone? Premika, am I audible to you? Okay. So, what we were talking about is, let's say if you want to prepare any curry in a kitchen, the basic components of making a curry is same. Firstly, you will put the oil, then you will put the masala, then the basic condiments, let's say onion, tomatoes and all these. Then you will put the vegetable and then you will stir it and let's say you'll cook it, right? But in the process of picking what has to be placed into that curry, you'll have to be deciding, okay, whatever is there in the kitchen, you have to select a few items that is required or the basic necessity to make that curry into the form that you are thinking of, right? The very first time I made curry was bhindi with, let's say, what we call it, तरी वाली भिंडी बनाई थी मैंने. First day I तो पहली बार नहीं आता था मुझे तब, ठीक है. And I used to see कि okay, जब भी let's say घर पे करी बन रहा था, जैसे मान लो 4 आदमी हैं तो 2 आलू काट के रहे से बन जाता है. So I took 4 lady finger, कि there are 4 people, I'll be having 4 lady finger, I cut it and made curry. Right, I didn't know, I was in class 5th or 6th, I guess. So I didn't know, so I just tried, okay, let's make it. It will be equal to aloo or something like this. So what you do, you will pick the condiments that is required for that particular curry that you are imagining to eat after some time. So accordingly, when you have the directive of a question, you will be picking content out of your knowledge library. Okay, I know this and this about this particular topic, but whatever is required as per the directive or the commandment of the question or the core idea that the question is upon, I'll be choosing some parts from there. I'll be structuring it in a format and I'll be presenting out in a sheet. We got this? So this before pen is exactly कि हम सब्जी कैसे बनाते हैं, right? So these 5 steps and your answer will be ready. Now you just check it. Yes, Premika. My voice is echoing, I guess. No, okay. Got this, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shubham.
The pen, optimizing your writing and review process. Writing, construct your response using a point twist approach for maximum twist. First. Approach for maximum clarity. So it's about for the first throughout the writing process. So response हमारा like point wise for clarity होनी चाहिए what the question is asking और उसके according to the point हम answer करें. Presentation, format your work so a tired examiner can evaluate your points quickly. Our presentation should be in a proper format so that we already discussed in the last session. The examiner should not, we should make the work of examiner easy so that we can get the maximum marks. Self-verification, conduct a final check to ensure we have directly addressed every requirement of the book. Also, we have to verify by self that whether we have correctly answered the question. We have addressed every requirement of the question. Learning capture, log one specific lesson from the task to ensure every answer makes your next one stronger. So it's about the, I don't know, say it's about learning from every question so that it can help in answering the another question, I guess.
So, any doubts in this? It was simple, I guess.
So sir, first वाला point बता दीजिए, बाकी सारा समझ में आ गया.
Okay. Yes, Shiva.
So last point, like learning capture.
What else? Now, in the very first session, just before this, we had a discussion how we'll memorize or how we'll see okay, what needs to be written. Now, whatever you have thought, right, during the thinking process, don't deviate from that. Whatever the first point was there, write it down, explain. Then the second, then write it down. Then the third, then write it down. Don't deviate. Because after writing also, you'll be having second thoughts. Okay, I must have written this. I can write this or this. Whatever structure you have made in the mind very first time, just go with it. And lastly, after every test, I don't know whether you guys do or not, but I used to do, and some of my students also used to do. I don't know currently they are doing or not. After every test, there is a test analysis, right? You have to pick every question, what went wrong, identify the mistake, and try to make sure that you don't repeat the same mistake again and again in the next papers. Right? We haven't done for the mains answers, but in the prelims module-based papers, if you're writing one, every, let's say, answer or question has to be analyzed, what went wrong. Need to identify at least 4 or 5 kind of, let's say, mistakes that you are doing, and try not to repeat those mistakes again in the next papers. Yes, Sakshita.
Sir, I am currently doing that for modern history. Ma'am has provided me with some booklet, and in every session, we discuss those questions that I have not attempted or have went wrong, and I try to put those points in my notes also, so that whenever I am reading the notes or revising it, I will check those points accordingly.
After every test, try to analyze at least 5 mistakes of yours, 5 common mistakes that you have done across the papers, across a particular, let's say, module-based papers. Out of those 5, I'm pretty sure you'll not be able to work on all the 5, but at least work on 3 or 2, and try not to repeat those 2 or 3 in the next paper. Then in the next paper, you already have a backlog of 2 mistakes, and there is a chance that you might make new mistakes in the papers. Count those and again work on 3. Same goes with the next paper, then the next paper, then the next paper. You will see after 10 to 12 or 15 papers, all of your mistakes will be gone. The only mistake that you'll be left with is you will not well prepared with the content. Other than that, all the other mistakes you will be overcoming into these 12 to 15 papers of yours. Clear? Okay.
Sir?
Yes, Shiva.
Sir, learning capture.
Sorry? I told you
last slide.
The learning capture, I told you the same thing. Na? Analyze what your mistakes is and try not to repeat. Now read this slide.
The 9-row trap table. Identifying and overcoming critical failure points in academic performance. The core premises. Every layer of the 9-row framework represent a potential failure points that can degrade overall performance.
Explain. What are the 9 layers that we discussed? Who know? Who remembers it? याद है अभी अपने 9 लेयर पढ़ी हैं. Anyone knows that? कि हो गया? Yes, Shiva. What was the first layer?
Sir, I mean that 9 layers will. It has a.
Out of that 9 layer, what was the very first layer?
First layer. It's the core premises.
Not this one. Yes, Priya.
Not.
So reading the question.
Yes, Shiva. What are you saying?
It's a structural trap.
Don't hit and try.
Sir, I don't know, sir.
Yes, Priya.
So reading the question.
Reading the question was the first. Yes, Sakshita. What was the very first? Avira.
Sir, I don't remember, sir.
You don't remember. What was the very first?
So the first question in the practice book.
No. Currently, we studied the 9 layer architecture, na? We were having 3 stages. Out of those 3 stages, before the pen was the very first stage. What was the first layer in before the pen?
The surface and
So
something like that.
Yes, Avira.
So there was question reading. You have to read the question first.
Yes, Gaurav.
The surface and something like that was.
Surface and depth.
Maybe.
Okay. Now you don't remember the 9 layers. How you gonna write it on a piece of paper? So every layer in this 9 row framework that we learned is very critical. If you fail in any one of them, the overall performance of the or overall structuring the answer can degrade, ultimately leading to getting less marks. As simple as that. Right? My work is just to tell you whether you follow or not, it's up to you. Right? Yes, Shiva, second point.
So, the silent killer. Layer 2, demand identification is the most frequent source of lost marks.
The first
Sir,
layer was?
First layer was?
Read twice.
Sir, sorry?
Read it twice.
The first layer.
Okay, explain this one.
Sir, actually, many people will fail to demand the identification of the questions. That is the reason to lose a mark in exams.
Okay, next.
Third one, the nature of the trap. Struggling to align what you know with what the question requires, often resulting in high effort responses that miss the prompt constraint. So I understood.
Went over the head.
So I understood.
Explain the half.
Sir, sometimes we struggle to align. We know more. We have a lot of knowledge, but we struggle to give what the question requires. We are not able to identify the points and align with the question demands. So that's mostly efforts the. That mostly loses the mark.
Okay. Let's say you read a question, you have enough knowledge about the topic, but your knowledge, or let's say whatever you have in your mind, is not aligning with the, let's say, the demand of the question. Then what you will do is, because the majority of you will be failing in this, okay, you are not able to align your demand with your knowledge with the demand of the question. So you will, although you will provide a high effort response, you'll be writing very good answer in terms of knowledge, but that answer will not be according to the demand of the question. That will miss the question constraints, right? So although you have put your 100% in terms of writing, or let's say putting your idea onto a piece of paper, but ultimately it is not satisfying the demand of the question. The third and the final trap that will be. So in this, 3 things which let's say discussed. Firstly, Any layer if you miss while writing answer, that will ultimately lose on the negative side of the marks. Secondly, majority of the people will fail to understand the directive or let's say the demand identification of the question. Thirdly, you'll not be able to align your knowledge with the demand of the question and ultimately lead to deviating from demand of the question, and you'll not be gaining marks of that, right? The marks are not given for writing. The marks are given to justify the demand of the question. Yes, Shiva, last question, last line.
Stop defaulting to study more and instead audit the 9-row process to identify and repair the specific broken layer.
But do you understand?
I understood that don't study more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just focus on the 9 philosophy, what you said.
Let's say when you are writing any kind of, let's say, answer and we don't get good marks, so we eventually go to we haven't covered the whole syllabus or the whole topic. I'll read the whole topic again and then I'll again write the answers. But instead of this, work on the gap that you are having in the 9-layer program and you'll be good to go. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Take out your pen and papers. Everyone, I can ask any one of you randomly to show me your paper. So don't say that time I'm going to, take my paper or pen or something like this. If possible, switch on your cameras. So, everyone ready? Say yes or no? Yes, Avira.
Sir.
Ready?
So as I told you in the beginning, so as you said that we were supposed to like look at the question and then go through the entire topic and then write. So can I do that?
You can do that. Don't worry. So
we can take the help of Google or.
You can take help of Google. If you have a brother, you can take help. Whatever you have at your disposal, take help. Okay. So this is water pollution. Again, one of the favorite topic. Pollution. Who is going to read the question? Gurudatta, read the question. Avira, every time you want your hand to be raised. Yes. Gurudatta, start.
Water pollution in India's rivers is more a problem of weak enforcement than of weak laws. Discuss.
बताओ क्या समझे, कवि क्या कहना चाहता है?
कवि कहना चाहता है सर कि हिंदी में बता सकते?
हाँ, हिंदी में बताओ, कोई बात नहीं.
भारत की नदियों में जो भी पॉल्यूशन है, जो वाटर पॉल्यूशन है, उसकी प्रॉब्लम जो है दैट इज एनफोर्समेंट का ज़्यादा उसमें वीक, एनफोर्समेंट की ज़्यादा उसमें प्रॉब्लम है देन ऑफ वीक लॉज. जो कानून है उससे ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम है एनफोर्समेंट की. तो इसमें उसको डिस्कस करते हैं.
So Ganesh, can you read the question in English for me and explain?
Water pollution in India's river is more a problem of weak enforcement than of weak laws. Discuss. So we have a water pollution problem in our country. So for that we have many laws protecting it. But even though we have the strong laws, the enforcement part is a bit lacking than comparing to the strong laws we have. So the answer should discuss the gap between the comprehensive laws we have and the lacking enforcement of that.
You said water pollution in country, right?
Yes, sir.
But the question is asking about water pollution in Indian rivers.
In India, yes, sir.
Right? read the question carefully. Okay. तो कौन आ रहा है फिर सामने इनिशिएटिव लेने कि मैं बताऊंगा?
Sir, introduction.
Good.
No, sir, are you asking about introduction for this question?
No, I am asking about who will take the initiative. Yes, Dhananjay.
So basically, like to frame the answer, right?
It's not framing. I just want to have a discussion. Framing, it will be a homework.
Okay, so basically, when we are talking about water pollution in India's rivers, so we can tell us about what is water pollution basically. What are
Before that, just debrief the question for me. What we need to focus upon?
so water pollution in India rivers, weak enforcement and weak laws. These will be the key words over here. And then here it is written, analyze the tension between existing legal framework and implementation of failures. So we will talk about what are the basic legal frameworks which are mentioned. For example, polluter pays principles are existing already.
What is the directive in this?
Discuss.
What is the keyword that we need to focus upon?
Water pollution in Indian rivers.
Yes, Shivam.
Sir, I think sorry, sir. Sir, it's about basically the weakness and failures of law enforcement, rather than particularly talking about the water pollution. The water pollution is subjective, उसके बारे में आगे कर सकते हैं, but पहला एक failure कैसा है enforcement का वो हमें बताइए.
Yes, Akshita.
Sir, yes, I was going to say the same thing. Weak enforcement is the keyword here, I think.
Okay. So there is a comparison between enforcement versus laws, right? And for that, you will have to take a stand. Ki it's a weak laws or the enforcement is a law is weak. All right. And you should not talk about pollution causes of pollution ki why it is happening. So according to you, what do we have in our kitchen? Laws. What laws do we cater with water pollution? Just take random guesses. Yes.
Water Act.
Water Act. Good.
So Environmental Protection Act 1986 wala.
Good.
Namami Gange.
Namami
Gange. It's an initiative. Yes.
Sir, the boards which have been created with the central and state pollution boards.
Yes.
So can we even include National Green Tribunal in this?
Yes, sir.
Is it a law or enforcement we can talk about? Okay.
It's for enforcement.
It's a tribunal, sir, so enforcement body hoga.
Okay. Yes. Anyone else? Don't raise your hand. Just try to participate. Should I pick up people? Yes, Jaya. What do you say?
Hello.
Hello. What do you say?
Sir, I don't have any points right now. Like whatever I thought, they have already told that.
Okay. Anyone else?
So we can talk about the legal provisions which are also available.
Legal provision as in?
Polluter pays principle.
Yes, we can talk about this. So, as we discussed, firstly, the Water Act, I guess Ganesh said it. What was the year?
1974.
1974, sir.
Okay. And then there were pollution control boards, state and center.
Yes.
Then, I guess, Protection Act of 86.
1986.
1986. will not put NGT directly, but we can put NGT Act of 2010.
Okay, so like
So,
just adding the act's name and not National Green Tribunal itself.
Yes.
Sir, can we mention Article 21, which says it is a legal right to get clean air and environment for a citizen?
Not only Article 21, we also read 2 articles in the previous session. Anyone remember?
48A and the 51G.
Sir, 48 and 51 AG.
राइट, तो 3 चीजें तुम्हें याद हो गई हैं. अगली बार इन्वायरमेंट से कुछ भी आया तो 2 आर्टिकल प्रीलिम्स में टिका देना कि यही बात है. उसके बाद धनंजय said something, polluter pays initiative was there. What else?
Sir, can you take example of the Yamuna project that's been the failure of Yamuna project in implementation by the AAP government?
It is still ongoing. It's not. Yeah, we can take as an example. What about the implementation part? These are the areas that we talked about. Why the implementation is working weak?
Sir, understaffing.
We had previously discussed the same thing, na? Yes, Dhananjay.
Poor accountability.
Sorry?
So poor accountability is one of the reasons.
Poor accountability. How do you will justify that? Understaffing, so you can justify by given the data.
Sir, understaffing, lack of funds.
अरे पिछले सेशन में किए हैं सारे पॉइंटर्स.
Sir, regulatory constraints.
Yes. So legal challenges and structural challenges too.
Red tapeism.
वो constraint, regional constraint. Okay.
Also the violation of industry standards that are set. So they are violated and they are not looked upon.
Okay.
And so,
yes.
There is a lack of coordination between the pollution control boards and the urban local bodies, because urban local bodies, when compared to the rural bodies, have much more responsibility towards treating the pollutants and discharging of pollutants to the river waters.
Okay.
So there is a mismatch and a lack of technical staffs and other things.
Okay. Yes, Dhananjay.
Sir, yes, that outdated technology. I was also going to say outdated technology.
So we have 2-3 areas that we can discuss upon. Firstly, we have to take a stand whether the laws are weak or enforcement is weak. In the introductory part, we'll be taking with that. Given the circumstances that you told me, TCPC's board hai, we are having NGT Act is there, Water Act is there, Polluters Pay Initiative is there. It means the laws are existing. We have a great laws on, at least on paper. Now, in the third part, intro, laws, strong laws. Third, why enforcement is weak? Or why enforcement is failing?
Sir,
there is always an overlapping of different layers of government. So,
Yes.
so they say there is no proper coordination between them. And also when it comes to river problems, water pollution, so there are multiple states involved. So there is no coordination between the states also.
Yes, good. Yes, Dhananjay.
So I have a
Judicial
question.
delays.
Judicial delays. Yes, Ganesh.
So I have a question. So for these type of questions and also similar questions, can we write the localized issues? Like many of them will be writing Yamuna, Ganga and other things. And if we have this in a district, we have a problem. So we have a news on that. So that may not be known to everybody. So if we can also mention that.
Yeah,
like
we can
Kaveri
do-
dispute.
But you'll have to give the example. Okay, this is like this.
Okay.
Yes, Shubham.
So you told to write the problems in law enforcement and also the problems in the acts in the introductory part. I don't understand this. मतलब कैसे करेंगे?
We said to take a stand.
So
Take
how
your
to-
stand. Whether
I can't
enforcement is weak or laws are weak. So obviously we have enough laws. It means enforcement is weak, right? Then we'll talk about the laws that we are having. This laws. Then we'll be talking why they are failing. Reasons, right? As I guess Dhananjay, Avira, and all of you people said, there is a technologically backwardness, red tapeism and all this. Yes, Shiva.
Sir, I don't know whether this point is suitable for this.
No issues.
The weak enforcement is because
Come again?
the weak enforcement is due to in India we are not just, I mean, the implementation get weeks. The reverse, or we always related to some we used to religion purposes, doing some rituals kind of things.
That can be one point, but
So
it
that-
is not about water pollution. No? If they talk about the water pollution in rivers, specifically tell me the causes of water pollution, then that point would have been there. But laws and implementation it is talking about. People will do what they are about to do, what they are willing to do, right? But why they are still doing it is the issue. Yes, Ashutosh.
We can add it in lack of awareness among the people in that point.
Again, you're missing the core demand. It is not on the causes of river pollution, how a river is polluted.
No, sir. My point is here the question asking for the execution point, right? It's not about legislative failure. It's more about executive failure. So executive failure may people also come. So we can add that people don't have that specific knowledge and awareness among the masses. That is has been a mass failure by the government itself, that they should make people aware about this stuff. And there, I think he was trying to add this point, and that's just my point.
But still, that will be in the lowest in the priority list of mine.
All right.
Yes, Akshita.
Sir, you also mentioned small workforce in last session.
Yes, understaffed. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Gaurav.
Corruption and diversion of funds.
Again, red tapeism covers the whole. Jaya.
Financial autonomy.
But ineffective implementation, low priority.